Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. At the beginning of the whole campaign period, the Southeastern leaders were very bold in their assertions. They insisted that this is not the time of the Southeast to produce presidency. In fact, they believed that it's the time for Igbos to mend bridges, especially those who could not clinch their tickets. And they believe that it's time to mend bridges, and then subsequently they will look forward to becoming the president or gaining any reasonable leadership position afterwards, because they really have not done enough consultation yet to warrant that APC. Fast forward, the elections are over, results have been announced, a winner declared. Now, some of them have been able to get juicy positions, but they're now fighting for their own political apex position. Unfortunately, it looks like the same language that was given to them is now what they're getting. Talk about karma. But in the moment, you're going to find out what it is, that is going on, and what the average Igbo man who had always believed that Nigerians have, or Ndibos, is their turn to rule because they've not ruled literally for a long, long time ever since democracy started in Nigeria. They believe that it's probably the turn of Ndibos to rule, but alas, their social southeastern leaders had actually set a precedent that is probably working against them. In a moment, you're going to find out what it is, and that is making Southeastern leaders to have an outcry over the same matter. Before we go to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Well, according to the news, Dr. David Umahi, the Ebonyi State Governor, has called out APC to zone the position of Senate President to the Southeast. Remember, he got a Senate seat. The responses were much and mainly from people of the Southeast who vehemently opposed and kicked against Umahi's position. You can imagine. They were united in telling Umahi that the zone did not need that position because we are still building bridges across Niger, across Benue, and even across desert and forest before it will be our turn. The same words that were said by some of our social Southeastern leaders, just simply because they probably do not want their illustrious son Peter Obi. In fact, some of them believed literally that the emergence of Peter Obi is truncating their chances of becoming president in subsequent years to come. So they literally use those terms to discourage Peter Obi. Now it's their turn to become Senate president. They're now screaming and shouting. The turn of the South is to at least have a Senate president. And even the Southeastern youths are the one that say, we are not done mending bridges. We are not done building bridges. You have to build bridge from here to Benue. We have to build another one that will take you to River Niger. The one that will take you to River Benue. They will take you to North and Niger and Benue, so that it will be converted to even forest and desert, so that we will know we are not done. You can't get it. They should not even give it to Southeast. Now, the responses were literally to mock Umahi and his fellow APC members from the zone who berated the zone for supporting the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Umahi and the Senate Majority Whip Orji Uzor Kalu had vehemently stood against Obi and all his supporters from the Southeast. They argued that the zone should support the candidate of their party, APC. They took the argument too far to insist that Igbo was not ripe, was not matured and ready to produce the president. Their position was that the Igbo should rather take more time to build political bridges for now. However, after APC was declared winner of the presidential election, the two who had won senatorial elections started canvassing to be made Senate president, as according to them, that will ensure equity because they are from Southeast. Umahi said, so for inclusiveness, unity of the country, and for everybody to be carried along, the Southeast deserves the position, and so far, nobody has been able to say this is the reason why the Southeast should not be given that position, and I am pleading for that. This statement angered quite a number of readers from the region who said, one of the responses said, we from Southeast disagree. Giving it to you or any other angling for it doesn't mean anything to us. Since you all frustrated Obi, you fight for your personal benefit and not the good of Southeast. We oppose giving any of you that post. APC should say no. How many times have we, the Southeast people, told these people that we are gathering material to build bridges to the north and west? The bridge is at the design stage. More donations are welcome. Umahi, just wait. It is not yet our turn. Talk about sarcasm. And that person here say, it is not our time in Southeast to let it remain in the north. It is not their turn yet, as much as it's not their turn for president. You cannot eat your cake and have it. The same people that told the world it is not time for them to be president and worked against their own, laugh out loud. Is that so? Oga Umahi, we are still too busy building bridges like you said. And since we are very busy at the moment, we can't have it now. Wait till we are done building bridges. I will tell you once we are done. And that person here says, you have the right to plead for yourself and not for the Southeast because we do not deserve to have anything. Oh my God. This is just all sarcasm. Sarcasm, sarcasm, sarcasm. Of course, they believe that they should have stood tall for their own. Let me just conclude what Nigerians is saying. And that person says, it has failed you so that many other people can learn from your experience. He who ignores his family dances alone in the rain. What luck of the gods. These are all proverbs, idioms. And that person here says, the crop of politicians we have now in Southeast is the worst ever. The spirit of our forefathers are shedding tears. And that person here says, whoever that sold his brother can't be trusted by the buyer. Idioms, proverbs, strong proverbs. And the person here says, it's unfortunate that we have the wrong men claiming to be a political elite. Very pathetic. And that person here says, I wonder how one would place his personal interest above the political interest of our people and think he can succeed. Tambua's action at the last PDP's convention should be an eye-opener to our people, but they are beclouded with their selfish interests. We are watching. Another person says, it must go to the north. They have more competent lawmakers than Southeast. Umahi, please don't bring this here. If the North can't have it, let it go to Southwest. Let them have both president, Senate president, and even everything. Even the House of Rep, Speaker, House of Rep. That they should have all five. Wow. Another person here says the Southeast is not contesting number 3 position. Please, our northern brothers are more qualified. Anumpama. Another person here says the entire Southeast couldn't even contribute 10% of Tinubu's rigging success, and that's why we boldly don't deserve that third position. The North should have it all. The North should have it all, preferably another Muslim as well. I guess I've spoken the mind of majority of the average Southeasterners. His kinsmen are opposing him on this. We have not built enough bridges, flyover, drainage canals across the country. We need to come together and agree that the Southeast is right for inclusion in the scheme of things in Nigeria. This number 3 position should go to the North, West, Northwest, who gave our INEC selects his maximum vote. Let's not mix sentiment and politics because politics is serious business. Umahi, then people are talking. Somebody said South doesn't deserve a biko. Let's continue to build bridges till eternity. I beg, let it go back to North for equity and fairness. They truly deserve all the position. Please don't mind Umahi. He's speaking for his own selfish interest. The majority of us from Southeast are pleading for it to be zoned to the North or even to the Southwest for peace to reign. South is not right for number 3 position, sir. We need to build bridges first, so let it go to the North. We don't need. Many Nigerians are just saying, in fact, they are all everything you are saying here is sarcasm. They've been talking. Another person here said Peter Obi wanted to become a president at the same time Umahi, Oju Okalu, Obonaya Ono, and Rogers Okorocha wanted to become the president. But the big difference is that Peter Obi went for the presidency while others were begging for presidency. And those begging for presidency, it didn't even win the presidential primary election of their party. Umahi decamped to APC, tongue-lashed the Igbos and Southeast extraction just to appease the Asorok merchant. He shook hands with Buhari several times with Watagbada, thinking he would get the presidential ticket. The born Nigerian, now the outgoing governor, forgot his region is an endangered species in Nigeria. Mbano, he thought miracle could be done being a friend of Buhari, even when he was one of Buhari's overseas entourage. They knocked him apako. Man, many people are talking here. All of them are all from Southeast. Let's begin our conversation. What's your take on all?